Welcome, Cancer, to your September spiritual reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, let's see what's going on with you in the end of September. This reading will also help within the beginning of October. Okay, help you along the way. This is for healing, spiritual growth, and just diving deep within yourself. Okay, let's do this. Looking for two cards. We have usually a block card and then the purpose card. Cancer. There we go. Visions of life beyond death. And follow your own rhythm. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. We have visions of life beyond death. Going straight to this card first. Let's just move this back a little bit. You can see that. Oh, it's got some shine. I think it's better that way. There you guys go. Want it to be shining in your eyes. Okay, so we have visions of life beyond death. Let's look and see what's going on over here. Okay. This card is reminding you that with additional guidance for you, you are being watched over by life and held in protection. So it almost feels like this owl and these birds that are surrounding this woman. They're kind of being her eyes. They're seeing things for her, right? And they're protecting her. So you can kind of feel like you have this protection, right? You are being protected by spirit, by your higher self. Okay, so whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. So as long as you believe that you're being protected and knowing that you're being protected, nothing is going to harm you. The thing that's going to harm you the most is your own negative of thinking and feelings and emotions. Okay, they actually harm you more because it causes bad law and attraction. Right? So the more you keep thinking negative thoughts of, I can't do this and I can't do that, and I can't have this and I can't have that, this sucks and my life's cursed and this and that, right? You're just feeding yourself negative energy, which ends up then harming you, right? So it's telling you, remember to keep a positive energy, or you are being protected and you will prevail. If you are concerned that someone is getting away with something or blocking your path and it seems there is nothing you can do about it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. The all-seeing eye of life perceives everything without exception. It is the universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but in every living cell of life itself. She misses nothing, and the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. Okay, so when people are doing things like this to you, shift your perspective. Okay, don't allow those people to overly frustrate you. Don't allow those people to block you, right? So it says this oracle is also asking you to shift your perspective and look at an issue of concern a little differently. Look at it differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of the healing process below. I call upon the universal eye to show me the most helpful way to see this situation of concern now, right? Or you can just talk to the divine. You know, I call upon the angels to help me to see things differently. This is shifting how you look at things. So you need to perceive things a little bit differently. By meditation, this always helps, because it helps us to block that negative energy so that we can then learn new paths around the situation. Okay, so in shifting how you look at things, the energy in what is beheld changes. You can see this with people. When you shame and judge someone, they react differently to when they are loved and encouraged. They may succeed nonetheless, but the journey to the success will be different. Looking at something through the eyes of love rather than fear can help us find our way more quickly, easily, and enjoyably. Okay, so you need to perceive it with an expanding faith and truth. Okay, your ability to be inspired and see the light in all things is unfolding. It must be nourished in your heart with loving acceptance, because you are going to help others through your vision, your art, and how you choose to be in the world. Okay. Okay, so you want to pretty much allow the universe to understand and to hear how you release the fear that's associating with seeing any truth. Okay, that way you can see beyond the veil of illusions and start looking at a different point of view through, your heart, through love, things like this. So when people start doing these things to you, you're just going to block them out and find a path around them. Okay, so let's get an oracle card on that. I think a lot of people too, you guys, they like to say hurtful things just for the reaction, right? Just for your reaction, just for your upheaval, just to get a rise out of you. And I think they enjoy that. I think there are a lot of people out there that actually enjoy doing that. For some reason, it feeds them, and it feeds them like they're doing something wonderful, right? It makes their ego high to think they're getting over on someone, to making somebody else feel bad. I do not know how people can do that, but people do that. You're going to use the awareness. So you have now the awareness card coming out with the visions of life beyond. And the reason the awareness is because you're going to really open up this awareness to see. Do not allow yourself to be veiled. As you can see, he's kind of wearing a veil, but his veil's pulled back so that he can see the ultimate truth. Okay, so sometimes even when we allow these people to do these things and they're blocking our path and doing these negative things, we kind of go with the flow and we allow that veil to be pulled down over our face to think that maybe they're right or maybe you're wrong, or just allowing the veil to sit there so that we can allow that negative energy to just continue to unfold around us. And it makes life very chaotic. So you're going to pull that veil back and say, you know what, I see right through you. You're not going to do this to me anymore. You're feeding off my fear. You're feeding off my hurts. You're feeding off my pains. You're allowing me to think that I'm blind and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm not. Okay, so now you're going to find another way around it and really wake up to the situation and say, you know what, this is not where I need to be. Nine of Pentacles upside down, yeah. Because, yeah, they're forcing reactions out of you. That's exactly what's going on. They're forcing reactions out of you. They know how to do this. And in fact, they like indulge in this behavior. Okay, they're indulging in your weakness. They're indulging in, I don't know, it's like your weakness is their strength. They love doing these things. So when you come across a person who you know is frustrating like you like this, and you know exactly what they're doing, okay, you know, you're just going to turn around and be like, okay. Man, that throws them off too, let me tell you. It's like they're trying to knock you out of, knock you out, knock you down, with these words, and knock you off your path and do all these things to you. And then you turn around and you just kind of like shovel past them and be like, whatever, and don't allow them to hurt you the way that they were doing before, without any over emotions. And you're kind of awake, and man, that really kind of upsets them because they don't know what to do anymore, because now you've taken their power away. Right? And people in general. if this is just one of those things where bad luck keeps happening and it doesn't have anything to do with a person, you're just going to kind of shovel around that as well and see it from a different light. You know, kind of say, well, what test was this? How can I fix this? Perceive it different. Don't perceive it just as a negative thing that's happening. It's like, yeah, my car broke. Instead of being, damn it, the car broke, it's bad luck, nah. Okay, and then that's just feeding for more things to break, for more bad to go wrong. You're going to look at it and be like, well, it has been a while since I fixed the car. So I guess, you know, old Blue over here just decided that, you know, she needs a new water pump. And, you know, I really haven't gotten one for, you know, the last 4 or 5 years. You see, so you're going to perceive it differently. That's going to stop that negative energy. You're going to get that water pump done. And then you're going to move on. You know, everybody keeps saying, you know, everything breaks in threes. Everything breaks in threes. Does it really, though? Or is it because you're feeding it that? Is that a learned behavior? Does it really have to break in threes? Or is that because that's something that we were taught? Through centuries and centuries of things of being said, does it really have to be that way? Or is that just a conscious knowledge of what we know? So when the car breaks and you're gonna be like, damn it, that means something else is gonna break and something else is gonna break. But does it actually have to be that way? Or is that because it was a learned and taught energy? It is. I know for a fact because I used to believe that. I was taught that when things break, they break in threes. Ever since I've gotten rid of that idea, they don't break in threes anymore. So it is literally a learned concept of energy that we people bring on ourselves by saying, you know, things break in threes. So if you keep continuing to say things like this, you're making other things break. Sort of like saying life sucks. Well, if life sucks, it's going to suck. I'm going to tell you that right now. Everything around you is going to suck. And you just keep saying life sucks, life sucks, life sucks. And guess what? Life does suck. So it's all words. Words are power. Thoughts are power. You keep thinking these things and saying these things that are negative, it's definitely going to happen because you're law on attracting it. So by changing the perceptive, changing the energy, changing the way you're thinking about things is actually going to help you see things from a different perspective. You're going to notice things are going to change. Now you don't have to worry that the car broke. Now the washer's going to break. Now the lights went out. What in the world? It wasn't that light bulb, it was my car, that's the washing machine. You know, oh my God. But you brought it on mostly yourself because you started thinking this way. Because a lot of cultures and a lot of ways that we do things is a hand-down energy and thought process that we are given from our parents, from their grandparents, from their grandparents. And you'd be surprised how many, you know, people actually believe. And like I said, I did because I was taught that as well from my great-grandparents to my grandparents to my dad. And they always said the same thing. But now that I've gotten rid of that concept, it doesn't happen anymore because I don't give it that thought. Because thoughts bring action. Words bring action. And the same with people. They're going to react to you. So if you change the way your reaction is to them, they will stop that behavior because they don't have any reins over you. They don't know what to do. Yeah, they can still mumble and do this stuff, but they now know that they cannot get that energy from you. They can mumble and cry and groan. See, when people do that, I just see them as children. I don't let my children feed off me. So why am I going to let some adult feed off me? It's not going to happen. Okay? It's like, you know, it's just not going to happen. Okay, so we just don't allow this to happen anymore. Yes, words are painful when they're coming from a loved one. Oh, absolutely. That is a guarantee. It still hurts. But if we change the way we react to it, it changes the energy coming back. Changes an outcome. So this one says, follow your own rhythm. So you're going from over here, right? This is what's blocking you. You need to say, no, I need to wake up and say, no, this is not the way I'm going to perceive that anymore. I'm not going to do it that way. So now you're going to follow your own rhythm. You're going to go to your own drum. You're going to dance your own dance. And by doing so, you're going to let go of all this that blocks you. Saying, no, I can see what you're doing now, and I'll do what I like to do. You're not going to block my path anymore. You're not going to tell me how to dance. You're not going to tell me what drum to beat. If I want to beat the cymbal, I'll beat the cymbal, right? And it's not allowing the world to have you underneath its thumb. So yes, so this one is, when it is time for the rhythm of rest, you will feel a natural slowing within and be drawn into contemplation and environments that are more gentle, spacious, and nourishing, and perhaps more peaceful. You're going to put yourself into a more peaceful place, not allowing this energy anymore. Okay, this is going to make you feel more harmonious. It's going to make you feel more uplifted, and it's going to make you feel like you have things that are under control now. I can see what's going on. I don't have to be like this anymore. So this is telling you I can see what's going on, so therefore I can feel more harmonious. I have the energy, right? The energy to be able to go after what I want. All the anxiety is gone. Okay, so what you're going to gain from this: peace, harmony, awakeness, different perceptions, seeing things from a different, almost like I'm going to say like a bird's eye view. Oops. Got the wrong cards. Hold on, guys. Almost tried to skip a set over here. Okay. Picked up the tarot cards and not the oracle cards. So, okay, so follow your own rhythm. The outcome of this is being more peaceful, being more aware of what you're doing and how you're thinking. Yes, going into your shadow side, realizing things that, that are going on around you. Feeling more at peace with yourself, being able to get deep within yourself and say, you know what, I understand things now. Now I can see things from a mirror side. Okay, so this card is actually what? It's saying this card represents the emotions, sensitivities, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. This is a world of constant flux, and one thing is certain: everything changes. So you're going to change. Why are you going to change? Because you're going to follow your own rhythm. Okay, so this is the card that is calling you into action. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You're going to have to do that, though, because you're going to have to think over here, how am I going to get past this? How am I going to get from here to here? You're going to have to dig deep within yourself. Of course, that's part of spiritual growth. It's going to take time and growth to be able to really perceive things, to really become that aware, to really say, can I do this or can I not do this? Yeah. Because you're going to have to learn to confront what you avoided and walk courageously through it. So all these things you keep avoiding, all these things that keep you blinded, all these things that these people do, or these things that occur around your life that are negative, you're going to have to figure out, instead of avoiding them, or you're going to have to face them head on, courageously. But remember that the shadow card always promises that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Recognize that by no longer denying your past and letting the tears fall, you discover the diamonds in the treasure chest of your soul. This is the cleansing process to wash away and clear out what was once avoided, ignored, or pushed aside, or just the whole idea of changing a way of thinking. however you're going to do it. Okay, this is a period of change, sensibility, and healing. Okay, so however it's going to be, it's going to help this area here. So to actually get here, to 100% follow your own rhythm, you're going to have to dig deep, right? Of course. Can't expect people to just be like, oh yeah, I know what you're saying, I'm all ready. Although I do have some people that tell me that, and it's like, oh, okay. And then the next week they're like, it didn't work. Well, yeah, because you didn't follow this. You didn't do the shadow work. You have to do shadow work. If you don't do shadow work, it's not going to work, right? And in fact, some people, you know, if you try to do things too fast, you could actually upset the balance too much because you haven't balanced yourself, right? So now it just could end up, for some people, it ends up more chaotic in the end because they didn't dig deep and do the shadow work, right? Make things worse. Okay, so want to make sure you're doing your healing, you guys, okay? Make sure you do your cleansing and digging deep within yourself. That's why I always say baby steps to these processes are actually the best way. You do not want to just take some, this isn't one of those processes where I want you to just take some leap of faith and jump off a mountain and be like, I'm free, because it's not going to work very long. It's going to feel good for a little while, and then you might end up with more, like I said, more chaos. Because you actually have to release emotions, you actually have to release thoughts, you have to release things to be able to become this aware, right? Okay, so tarot card on the shadow and the follow your own rhythm. Yeah, releasing. See, there it is, right? 9 of Swords upside down, releasing the anxieties, releasing the pains. It's the same thing, right? Having the realizations that once these are all released and I'm actually doing something, and like it says in the card, have a good cry, right? Have a good cry so that way you can release all of that. All that energy just... So yeah, okay? And then once you release all that, then you can feel like you're back at your own rhythm. Back where you feel more comfortable. You know, we started with our own rhythm when we came into this world. I mean, you know, I always tell people, remember how you felt when you were a kid, right? Used to run around, climbing those trees, doing this, doing that, running your own rhythm, right? Being yourself. Okay. It's that freedom that you felt, that peacefulness and that harmony that you felt within yourself. Yeah, see, that's it, the Temperance. Healing, moderate healing, perfect timing, feeling the harmony within. Okay. Okay, my friends, and that was for you. And until next time, peace and love and good luck on your spiritual journey. Bye-bye.